UV visible spectrophotometer. So before directly going into UV visible spectrophotometer, let's have a look at the electromagnetic spectrum. So this is on the screen, which you can see is a electromagnetic spectrum, which is divided into different ranges of different lights. So from this entire spectrum, we are going to locate the UV and visible region, which is approximately 200 nanometer to 1100 nanometer ka range. So out of that, 200 to 400 is UV range and above 400 is visible range. So we are going to locate on the light which is falling in this region. So these are the colors of light depending on their wavelength. So your principle of UV visible spectrophotometer is based on the Beer and Lambert's law, which says that your absorbance is directly proportional to the absorptivity of the analyte, the path length and the concentration. So since path length is going to remain constant because we are going to use the same cuvette for all the samples, so that is why your absorbance becomes directly proportional to the concentration. So these are the basic equations which are utilized to calculate the concentration using a UV visible spectrophotometer. This is how a typical calibration graph looks. So that is a concentration versus absorbance. So it is a straight line passing through origin, which says that with each and every increase in the concentration, in the same proportional the absorbance is increasing. So that is why you get this kind of line, and from that line we can extrapolate the unknown absorbance and find out the concentration of that. So UV visible spectrophotometer comes in two ways, or three ways of the basic spectrophotometers. We have emission mode, we have absorbance mode and we have fluorescence mode. Emission mode, in which we are going to calculate the light emitted by your analyte. Absorbance mode, in which we are going to calculate the light absorbed by the analyte. And fluorescence mode, we are going to locate the light which the substance fluoresces. So these are the three modes of spectrophotometer. And since we are going to see the working of UV visible spectrophotometer, we will stress on the components of UV visible spectrophotometer. So the first component is light source. So there are three types of light source can be utilized in UV visible: tungsten filament, tungsten iodide and deuterium or D2 lamp. So most widely used light source is D2 lamp. The wavelength selector, so you have monochromators or filters. Filters which are generally used in colorimeters, you have color filters. So for high-tech spectrophotometers, we have the monochromators. That too, prisms are very basic type of monochromators which are nowadays not used in spectrophotometer. So we have grating monochromator. So monochromator is the device which selects the specific wavelength, a single wavelength light from the polychromatic light. Then you have a sample cell, that is cuvette, which can either be made up of quartz, plastic or silicate gas. And the detectors in UV visible, we can use photomultiplier tube, photodiode detectors and photodiode arrays. So out of these, the commonly used detectors are photomultiplier tube and photodiode arrays. So UV visible spectrophotometer is designed in two ways: single beam system and double beam system. Single beam system, in which we have only location for one sample cell. So we will first take reading of blank. Then in the same sample cell, we will add our samples one by one and take the reading. In double beam, we have simultaneous detection. You can see the two sample cells. One is called as reference side, one is called as sample side. So every time reference will be kept inside it. So your instrument will itself delete the absorbance given by the blank, and you will have a final absorbance given by the sample. So that is double beam system. So these are the few applications of UV visible spectrophotometer.
So today we are going to see UV visible spectrophotometer. So there are two types. One is single beam and the other one is double beam. So this we are going to use single beam today. So first let us on the mains. So now we have switched on. So after pressing the enter option, we will get all these options here. 6 options are there total. From this, the first one is scan, which will scan the all ultraviolet region, and we will get the maximum wavelength, that is lambda max. Then after, as we know the wavelength for this sample, we will select the option of multiple wavelength. So before selecting the option, we will first take the sample and reference in the cuvette. Now when we fill the sample in cuvette, we have to hold the cuvette in such a way that the opaque side is on our fingers and the transparent side is left, because from the transparent side the UV light will be passing. So the fingerprint should not come on the cuvette. So this is the reference sample and reference cell, and this is the sample cell. We have to at a time we can run 5 samples. So I'm placing the sample cell at this side, reference cell at the
bottom.
So after putting the samples, we will introduce our wavelength. The sample is of caffeine. So we have the wavelength 276 nanometer. So instrument will ask whether we want to analyze at one more wavelength. If there are options, we can put 10 wavelengths at a time. So since we know the lambda max, only one wavelength will be introduced. So second wavelength, no. So now the instrument is asking about confirmation about the wavelength. So it is asking which do we want to change? So no. So then the number of samples to be scanned. Since we have put only one sample to be scanned, so it is showing sample 1. So we will press enter. And now it is reading the sample. First the instrument will read the reference and then it will read our sample and we will see the output. So it has given us the absorbance 0.301 for the sample which I had put in the instrument. So if I want to quantify it, so I can introduce the standard also, and by then cross multiplication I can come to know the concentration of the sample which I have introduced in the instrument. So this is how UV visible will help us to quantify the sample if we have the standards accordingly. Thank you.